Well, Janelle, I slipped and fell down a Reddit rabbit hole. While I was looking for an entirely different topic discussion on Reddit, I came across this timeline that somebody did of Delusionelle and Swamp Ass over the years, and they included all these sources. I'm not clicking and reading all the source articles, but I am going to read this breakdown because it is incredible to me, the timeline that, if you follow this comment back, the timeline to the amount of animals, which some of them are actually not even on the list, I guess, on the land. And now this is like a timeline of things that have went down since the SWAMPMATEs have been together. As a disclaimer, I am putting out a trigger warning because what we are going to be discussing is sensitive. And also, this is solely for entertainment purposes and awareness purposes only. I do not personally know these two, and I am just reading what is out there on Reddit that anybody can have access to. The post says, I went down a rabbit hole after reading the latest news on Jace, and I realized how out of the loop I've been on the chaos and abuse surrounding these over the years. I'm shook. It's so egregious. I had to document and share for anyone else curious about the timeline of events and all of their crime/abuse/neglect. Buckle up. March 29th, 2016, Swamp Ass is arrested for violating the restraining order, keeping him from his son Caden from a previous relationship, and then there is an article attached. January 27th, 2017, Janelle gives birth to daughter Ensley, and they both test positive for weed. And there's another article shared. CPS and DSS opens investigation into Delusionelle and Swamp Ass after the positive drug tests at the time of birth. Although Delusionelle has said that it was only her that tested positive, but at the time it was reported that they both were tested positive. February 11, 2017, the SWAMPMATEs get engaged. Disturbing clip of their engagement photo where Swamp Ass is seen manhandling Kaiser, which I used to have those clips up, but I've had to take them down because I got too many copyright infringement violations. May 2017, Delusionelle flies to LA to obtain a medical weed license, subsequently ending the CPS investigation because she was able to prove she had a medical need. Again, when you have money, you are able to get yourself out of a lot of pickles. May 20th, 2017, Delusionelle posts photos of her son Kaiser with visible bruising on his arms. September 1st, 2017, Kaiser's paternal grandmother, which is Nathan's mom, files emergency custody motion request for full custody, claiming the child has bruises and marks from being you can read the rest. I'm not going to read. And the only reason why I'm not going to read it is because it could be going against the guidelines, so I'm just not going to read it out loud, but you can read. September 23rd, 2017, SWAMPMATEs get married. On February 18th of 2018, Swamp Ass was fired by MTV for the tweets he was putting out, which were going against the LGBTQ community as TQIA. I hope I have them all. But going against their community and also some racial tweets. July 23rd, 2018, MTV airs episode of Delusionelle pulling a pew-pew on a stranger in a road rage incident with Jace in the car while filming. She also said that Jace had been lying, that she did not do that, and she said that on camera to Barb, that Jace was making that up. She never pulled it out, but the footage shows exactly what went down. And I was terrified watching that moment by moment because of the fact that Jace was right there in the car with her. And as a responsible pew-pew owner, Pt.1 101 is you do not pull that out unless you have intentions to use it. July 24th, 2018, Nathan files for full custody of Kaiser after road rage incident alleging Swamp is violent and that they both have substance abuse issues. And this is a recurring theme about them using substances, so I don't know whether that's true or not, but there's a lot of rumor going around, especially on Reddit, of what they could be allegedly using. October 13th, 2018. Whew, I was going backwards. Delusionelle calls 911 claiming Swamp Ass assaulted her, pinning her down in a drunken rage, potentially breaking her collarbone. We all heard the 911 call, but she is saying now that if you believe that she ever had a collarbone or possibly had a collarbone broken, that you are brainwashed by the media because it never happened. Police and ambulance showed up. Swamp Ass was not arrested, but Delusionelle was taken to the hospital. December 14th, 2018, Swamp Ass posts disturbing videos on social media showing a stockpile of ammunition and pew-pews after a visit from the Secret Service. December 19th, 2018, Swamp Ass is charged with tampering with a vehicle and personal property after he unlawfully towed someone's vehicle in June, claiming it was blocking him in. The moron posted a video of it on Facebook. That video is also circulating around of him towing somebody else's car because it was in his way, I guess. That just shows that he feels entitled and that he feels untouchable. Like, he can do whatever he wants because he's not going to face any repercussions ever. January 2019, Swamp Ass threatens to pew-pew real estate agent that he claims stepped onto his property. Swamp Ass claims he was just trying to help the woman. March 2019, rumors swirl that the SWAMPMATE split, which Delusionelle denies. April 30th, 2019. Just read that for yourself. But I just gotta say that I still feel so bad for Nugget because that dog did not deserve it. I'm trying not to tear up because or get choked up because that was just terrible. It's awful. May 1st, 2019. Delusionelle is considering it posts about what happened and is considering to divorce Swamp Ass after what happened to Nugget's unaliving. May 2nd, 2019, Columbus County launches an animal cruelty investigation against Swamp Ass. May 7, 2019, MTV finally parts ways with Delusionelle after learning of the dog incident. May 13, 2019, CPS takes the children into custody and Delusionelle now claims she is not considering divorcing Swamp Ass. I'm not going to say his name. He don't deserve it. May 14th, 2019, Delusionelle is interviewed again by investigators and now claims she did not hear or see anything regarding Nugget, doesn't know where the dog is, and that it was all a publicity stunt once the charges drop. July 3rd, 2019, CPS drops the case and the SWAMPmates get the kids back. July 15th, 2019, the SWAMPmates get 2 new dogs. Antelonian Shepherds, I hope I'm saying the breed correctly. And the names were Buddy and Junior. September 9th, 2019, SWAMPmates appear in a televised interview confirming Swamp Ass did indeed pew-pew and unalive their dog, despite Delusionelle saying she didn't know what happened to the dog and that it was a publicity stunt. September 24th, 2019, Delusionelle took to Instagram to discuss the potential of her returning to Teen Mom, claiming she was in talks with MTV about it. October 31st, 2019, Delusionelle announces she has moved away to Tennessee with the kids, Ensley and Kaiser, and is filing for divorce from Swamp Ass. This comes after she took a solo trip to New York to meet with Teen Mom producers, a trip Swamp Ass was allegedly not supportive of. And by the way, MTV helped her out with going to Nashville and moving there. Again, she had so many resources to leave him, mainly for the sake of her children, and she still decided to go back. Word is that MTV helped her with leaving and gave her the resources to leave. She had so much more resources given to her than what any normal person has at their fingertips, and she still chose to go back. But I'm not done with this list. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. I'm really hoping that this part 1 will post, considering my account warning. But I we'll go and do a part 2 where I break down the rest of the list, and I hope to see you there.